Giving you a slice of unapologetic conversation. Welcome to Straight to Tape. My name is C. Perry II, the Mr. Fantastic of Podcasters Fantastic Four. First, the First Lady of S2T, the quintessential hip-hop mom, Keisha with a Y. What's good, Kate?
What's good, y'all? It's Keisha with a Y, a.k.a. hip-hop mom, a.k.a. still doing it up. Still doing it up. Still more to come. And your mom's favorite mom.
Wow. You hip-hop momming again?
Yeah.
Okay,
Gene Brown beat down last weekend.
So. Oh, yeah. We definitely got to get into that. And ladies and gentlemen, we have a special guest host joining us this evening, a part of our podcasting family. You can catch his podcast In the Black on all of your favorite podcasting platforms. And he is, of course, your mom's favorite Nigerian. Ladies and gentlemen, Big O is in the building. What is good, Big O?
What's going on, family? I'm just glad to be along for the ride. You know, it's your world. And just as a point of clarification, I am your mom's favorite African, not favorite Nigerian.
Oh, my bad. I thought it was Nigerian.
No,
my bad.
No. And I'm still as ruggedly handsome, or more ruggedly handsome than that other guy that you guys have.
Oh, wow!
Everybody catches the slip. Everybody.
Why, yo? This is like the
second. We're doing this the second time.
This is the second time that Rob has caught fire. Why not being here? Okay. I see. I kind of see what's going on here, but you know, it is what it is.
Rob plays very nice on the show, man, but he's a troublemaker in real life, man. So I got to get my shots in where I can get them.
When he's not here today.
Yeah, of course.
Don't worry. When he comes on, I'm going to holler at him too.
But look, ladies and gentlemen, we got a great show in store for you today. Our guest, Amadeus, 360, the Beat King, is joining us today. Great boom bap hip hop producer, and we'll talk about his influences, and we'll talk about his upcoming album. But of course, you can catch Straight to Tape Tuesdays, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on YouTube, Facebook Live, and on Twitch. The audio version of Straight to Tape, which is powered by Acast, you can catch on all of your favorite podcasting platforms. Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Spotify, Amazon Music, and Google Podcasts, among others. All right. Make sure you're following us on your favorite social media platforms. You know the ones, the three, the main ones. You find us there. And of course, S2T Media. That's the YouTube channel, y'all. Make sure you're going by, subscribe, hit the like button so you can be in tune with your favorite podcast. Kate, how was the Gene Brown beatdown?
It was exciting. The venue was dope. Listen, I have a confession.
Uh-oh. What?
I didn't completely hip hop mom it out because we got there on 8:30, got inside around 9 o'clock, and at 1:30 I was just MFing tired, so I left.
Oh, wow.
This was before the two main beat battles even started.
Oh, okay.
They had some DJs, some pop-up performances, some a couple other battles that were excellent. A friend of mine was there and he left at 3:30 and they still hadn't started the main battle.
Wow.
They didn't get out of there until like 4 o'clock, 4:30.
Wow.
So I love you hip hop, but I also like sleep.
Wow.
A lot.
Yeah. I was in the Queen City as well. My princess parent, for her birthday, took her and her best friend down to see her currently favorite K-pop group, Together Forever or something like that. And we got there and look, this was ill, okay? Merchandise. The show started at 7, but merchandising sales started at 12 o'clock.
Oh, yeah, 12.
Yeah, it started at 12 o'clock. They only sell merchandise from like 12 to 6. We got there. Dropped them off at 4:30, and the line was still like crazy outside of the Spectrum Center.
Did you go in with? Did you see the show with them?
No.
I was saying you should have
no.
posted a video like Spice Adams.
No.
He lying.
No.
The little girl in my hotel, in our hotel in Charlotte, she was all dressed in her grandma, which her grandma did look like a grandma. She had her little braids. She had them up in 2 ponytails and all dressed down. I was like, "You going to the K-pop concert?" She was like, "Yes." I was like, "Oh, my friend's here to bring his daughter and her friend." So she's excited.
And there was a lot of. I'll say this.
I'm so glad my kids are older. Yeah. They can just go by themselves if they want
to
go out.
A lot of interest.
For us folks that don't speak North Kakalaki, what is the Queen City?
Oh, sorry. But that would be Charlotte, North Carolina.
Okay. I'll keep that in mind for the next time that I drive through.
Yeah, it was like I said. It was.
Don't stop though.
Yeah. Y'all don't start, but it was interesting. It was an interesting crowd. The outfits alone.
When you hit Virginia.
Really? Did you just ban O from the state?
She did.
She did. Come on, talking about drive through.
When I drive through,
drive through, walk through, hop through. Just don't stop.
I won't lie. I did go to. There was a not to get too far off topic, but there's a place called the Selfie Shop that I went to that just opened in Charlotte last 2001, and it's probably one of the freshest ideas I've ever seen. If you are a big fan of taking selfies, they've got a whole bunch of different stables with different scenes and so on. They provide you lighting and all that stuff, the whole backdrop.
We got those around here. Mm-hmm. Do you have one where you live?
Actually, yes.
You do?
Yes,
How
I do.
long has it been there?
Listen, you're not going to make me feel bad about nothing coming out of North Carolina, okay? So go ahead and tuck that away somewhere.
All right, look, ladies and gentlemen, this is okay. When these two get together, this is the normal This is a normal back and forth.
Okay.
I told you when I come down, we're going to tussle. I already told you that much.
On site, on site.
On site. Furniture moving, some more shit.
Oh my goodness! Look, man, look. Let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and get this thing started the way we normally get it started, as we talk about, some of the trending topics and news that is going on today in a section of the show that we like to call the headline grab. So, where are we gonna start? Let's start with something that just happened today. Okay. Trump found guilty in defamation case.
Wait a minute. What is that man holding? What is that? I can't trust shit on the internet nowadays because this AI shit is going around. What is that black man holding in his? What is that? Is that a sign? Is he holding that sign?
It looks like it's now. It doesn't look like he's holding the sign. It looks like he has his head back. I don't know why he has his head back, but he does have his.
He's holding a camera. Yeah. Okay. Shit.
Hold up. So what did you think he was holding?
I don't know what it was. I see Trump. Is that Trump?
What did no. Let's not slide by that. What did you think he was holding?
Prime Minister. I don't know. I thought he was holding the sign. I don't know. It was just above his head, like he was holding it up. I don't know. That's why I asked. Well, because they can make anything nowadays. I just saw a case about how some scorned incel again took like pictures of girls he hated in school and switched up their bodies and their faces, like photoshopped them together and leaked the pictures.
Yeah.
Anything's bound with this shit. But anyway, go. I'm sorry.
No, not a problem. Not a problem. Well, looks like the decision came down in the defamation case against former President Donald J. Trump, E. Jean Carroll, who accused the president of sexual assault. This was back in the late 80s, early 90s. Brought a civil suit up against him, and former president was found guilty, and he is liable to pay $5 million.
Now, what was you got to let our folks know what he was found guilty of.
When he was not found guilty of.
Yeah. Well, hold on. Let's give me a second. Let me.
$3 million was for defamation.
Mm-hmm.
And $2 million was for
sexual assault. Yeah, sexual assault.
Not rape. He was not found to rape this woman.
That is correct.
So he just grabbed her pussy. That's all. And then said he didn't, and said she was lying.
Oh no. We try to keep it as funky as possible, and it's the content of the trial is extremely graphic. But he says that he didn't grab her, he penetrated her with his fingers. And one of the reasons why the court or the jury came to the decision that it wasn't rape was because of that particular reason. Because it wasn't penile penetration, but penetration with his fingers.
Who are these people?
Hey, I'm just telling you.
So basically, in everybody else's mind and world, this nigga's a rapist, basically. It's just technically he's not. And he's not the criminal courts have not determined him to be a rapist, but
in this case, when you think about statutes of limitations,
right. Yeah. So we have a rapist running for, and I don't even have to say alleged here, right? Well,
you still do have to say alleged.
Yeah, I have to say alleged because
he wasn't criminally charged.
He wasn't criminally convicted of rape, but we have a civil rapist.
The civil, but that's
civil. Well, no, he wasn't found guilty in the civil court of rape. So we have a civil,
a former president,
a civil finger popper running for the president of Etats-Unis.
Well, actually, you got to change that. You got to change that. A convicted civil
finger popper.
Okay, that's the difference. That's the difference because it's documented. Okay, it's documented. It's documented in court with a decision from a jury. Okay, because I'm sure there have been some other people that have run for president that have done the same thing that has not, that were never convicted, accused. Well, probably accused, but never convicted, brought to trial, cases brought up, civil, nothing. Okay, so
yeah, but we got to make sure that we let the folks know that this is the first time a former president of the United States has been charged with something like this.
And probably we can add one more. We could say it's probably the first time that anyone running for president of the United States has been convicted of such.
I'll give you that. I think that's the first.
But listen, I read an article, and it's about a survey.
Mm-hmm.
And the survey says, ding, ding, ding,
ding, ding,
that the reason, if Donald Trump loses, the reason would be that his base thinks he has too much baggage. Not
who
that
who ran the poll?
I don't know.
Yeah,
but too much baggage. Not that he
more baggage, but more baggage than the last two times that he ran.
Not that he's a civil sexually harassing finger popper. It's too wordy to put up the paper, or that he is probably a money launderer.
Yeah. Kid, you're sounding a little bit muffled, my dear.
Am I? Oh, Lord.
No, right there. You're good, right there. You're good, right there. You're right there. Now say something.
Yeah.
Something.
Boom. There we go. All
right. So not that he's like probably allegedly a money launderer and amongst other things. It's just that he has too much baggage. It's like choosing not to date somebody.
And it is true. Wait a minute. Hold up. Oh, before you say something, since I know that some shots were fired at the beginning of the show, let's bring in the target of those shots.
I'm out of here, buddy. I'm out of here.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is, of course, our social media assassin. Ladies and gentlemen, Rob the Actual is in the building. What is good, Rob?
Keisha, bring your ass back in here. Okay? Bring your ass back. You know what?
I didn't do it.
She jumped out again. What the hell?
I would go ahead and give warm, hearty greetings to our esteemed guest host, but coming in, I'm coming in hot. I had to go and help someone that needed my help. You know what I'm saying? So being a good citizen, and I'm like, I think I could actually make the podcast. I'm coming in hot. I said, that damn Big O. I know that nigga said something slick while I was in. I know he did. Oh, I know it.
And
Rob, it's all love, baby. I got you.
Yeah. I know, bro. I know it's all love here too, man. You know what I'm saying?
and you would be quite correct.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
It had something to do with slandering Philly teams, and
No, I didn't get that far, but that's coming tonight, so don't worry.
He said that he was ruggedly handsomer than you are.
Is that right?
That's what he said.
Is that right? I don't know.
I'm just saying.
I don't know. The poll numbers might disagree.
This motherfucker.
Rob, you've been getting a lot of rugged slander lately. A lot of rugged slander, for real.
I mean, yeah, but when you're on top,
People try to bring you down. I know how it
People
is,
try to, you feel me? You know what
I
I'm saying?
understand.
You
That's why
know.
Keisha be poking shots at me all day on fucking social media. So
That's
I'm
why
gonna be
Bishop.
nice. I'm gonna
It's
be
like
nice to you tomorrow, okay?
because
No,
you
she's
know,
not. No, she's not.
it was
I know
just-
she does. I know she does.
look, it was just May the 4th, you know, Star Wars and all that. You know, it's the rule of two, man. You know, it's one that wields the power, and the ones that crave the power. You understand what I'm saying?
I'm the mean one. He just called you powerless.
I know.
I've never
Like,
said such to you. I never.
like Bishop, for example.
On
You
live
understand what I'm
air.
saying?
People are watching.
It's all good.
Nah, man, you know that's my brother right there. Big O is my dude.
Yeah.
My man, 500 grand. It's all love. You know what I'm saying?
He's a nice man. He's a nice man.
I don't know about that, but he's a good dude. That's my boy. That's my boy.
You know, and look, and I'm sorry, but since you're bringing up, since you brought up light skin and violence, mentioning Bishop and all that, look, I got to cut over to something else that was light skinned and violent. So, Usher and Chris Brown performed one day after Confrontation. Now, before we even talk about it, what were your first thoughts when you heard Usher and Chris Brown heated altercation and somebody got jumped?
This story don't make no damn sense. This story makes absolutely no sense to me.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
Usher.
Not even a little bit.
And Usher threw him the party. Like, I heard
His birthday party.
My thoughts are that they're drumming up or manufacturing beef for the upcoming supposed verses, however it's going to be, whether it's going to be in Vegas or whether it's going to be online or whatever. This shit makes no sense. So Chris Brown started beefing with Tiana Taylor?
Upset about, because Tiana Taylor was supposed to be on his Michael Jackson tribute that was supposed to go down at the Grammys, but didn't. It got scrapped, and then he quote unquote blamed her, and he's drunk at the party, talking junk to her. And thinking,
yeah. We gotta ask the question, man. How much of this do we actually believe, though?
None of
Like,
it.
let's keep it funky because the way
Usher
they've been explaining it,
tried to split him up. It was like,
hold
Chris,
up. The way they were
down.
explaining it is that there's been beef between her and Chris Brown since that happened, right? And this is Chris Brown's party. I don't know about you guys, but I typically don't crash the parties of people that I don't bang with. So for her to supposedly show up, and then this all blow up and start happening doesn't make any sense to me.
And that Grammy
Plus,
thing
I don't
wasn't
look at
even
Usher as
her
being
fault.
like,
It doesn't. The
that's
story
true.
doesn't make it. It sounds super highly manufactured to me. Then Usher goes back to his bus, so Chris and his boys go back and beat up Usher.
No, it was Usher following them to Chris Brown's bus, and then Chris Brown and his boys jump in
and beat up Usher.
Yeah.
You don't have to.
So we're supposed to believe that Usher is Eazy-E now?
Let it burn.
Like, what's going on?
Right.
Like,
nah, my guy. I'm sorry.
Confessions.
I'm gonna bang with I'm gonna bang with Key. This will probably be the last time ever, but I'm gonna agree with Key and say that I think this is in preparation for this possible versus. And if I would dare to go so far, it's going to be in Vegas, right? Because Usher's been doing this whole thing,
residency.
highly successful residency.
My sister went. She said it was worth every bit of the money she paid for.
I think the final show is going to be in August sometime. I think it's either the middle or the third week of August, and it's supposed to be. He's supposed to pull out all the stops for the final show, so I could see this happening. So,
so then you go. Not only do y'all supposed to beat him up, gave him a bloody nose. Okay, that's what the media said. They gave Usher a bloody nose.
Mm-hmm.
And then he pops up and performs at Lovers and Friends the next day.
They both perform at Lovers and Friends the next day.
Well, it's kind of Usher's thing, right? So, no, I don't believe you. You need more people.
More people. Yes, indeed. Need more people.
Nice try, though.
Yeah.
But that's P's boy. What do you expect? He hasn't pulled his light skinned delegation card and pulled Chris Brown back into the fold yet because he's been acting reckless for how long?
He's been a problem in the delegation for almost 20 years now. Okay.
Then you guys need to call a caucus and straighten that nigga out.
I mean,
because he's been wilding. He's
Look,
been
What is
wilding.
happening here?
this is
Look.
what happened when light skinned niggas just go, you know what I'm saying, unchecked. You know
Unchecked.
what I mean? Just wilding out, you know what I'm saying?
So disrespectful. So disrespectful.
Just unrestricted.
Now
wilding.
When dark skinned niggas act out, it's sexy. When light skinned niggas act out, it's. I'm not gonna say that.
All I'm gonna say is that
which is an unfair. That's an unfair narrative. That is an unfair narrative.
So much more sense why the three of you need to keep that one guy. Keep that one guy in his place sometimes.
That is so unfair that because of the tone of the hue of our skin, that we can't have a moment where we just black out. Okay, that we can't have we can't have a moment where we black out. We can't flash on nobody. Okay, we always gotta stay at this level where
Chris Brown light skin? Like, was this? I mean, Usher light skin. Was this light skin on light skin crime?
no, this was not light skin on light skin crime.
Usher's light skin now?
I don't know. I'm asking.
Ladies and gentlemen, Straight to Tape practices colorism. Thank you. Engages in colorism full force.
Full throttle. Full throttle, my God.
Yeah. Don't even worry about it.
I mean, it's just fodder for the blogs and the vlogs and the hot
That's true.
drinkers and
That's
Exactly.
True. That's true.
to
Listen
boost
to
up
these,
this.
mama.
It's not.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. So not too far off topic, have any of you ever gone to go see Usher at all?
I've seen him a couple of times.
Have I seen Usher live?
You be going to see every goddamn body live. I'm surprised.
Hold on a minute. Hold on a damn minute now. I am hip hop mom. I don't see a lot of R&B groups. Like I've seen, of course, New Edition and them, and maybe like old school. My son said today he wants to go see Parliament when they're here in August, so we're going to that.
Your son is a different breed. I like that.
I went to Hood Club to see Drew Hill once, and they ain't had no fresh fruit to put in my drink, like no limes or lemons. All they had is lime and lemon juice.
That's what you was complaining about.
Lime and lemon juice.
And when I said you was bougie earlier, you was like, no. Now you just complain about somebody that put some fresh fruit in your drink.
No, I mean, you go to a bar. It's like a full bar. It's all lit up with all kind of pastel lights and shit and glass shells
Pastel
and
lights.
bottles. You know what I'm talking about. It looks like, I felt like I was in Belly in the opening scene.
Shut up.
And I said, I go up. I'm like, can I get vodka on the rocks with a lime? And she said, we ain't got no lime.
Maybe they ran out.
Do you have a lemon? We ain't got no lemon. We got lime juice and lemon juice.
Wowzers.
Wow. Okay.
Just give me a beer. Fuck it.
Yeah,
Give me a Heineken since I'm here.
that's
They did not like. She's like, we don't have fruit.
Wow. Yeah, that's not being too bougie. That's not being too bougie.
Thank you, Perry.
Okay, I'll say. Look. I'll bail. Look,
The lights can do to agree with you. I'm not messing with that.
I will bail you out of that one. Shut
You better
up.
not make me spit my drink out.
My wife last year did drag me to go. I won't say drag me. That's not appropriate. We went to Vegas and we went to go see Bruno. We went to go see Silk Sonic.
How was that?
My Lord.
Mm-hmm. All the feels, right?
I can't even front. It wasn't what I was. That group is not what I would have said I would have paid money to go see.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Personally,
Okay.
right? But my wife paying for it and taking. I owe her. That was one of the best shows I think I've ever.
Wow.
Seen.
That's
Those
dope.
dudes was wild. And what's even wilder is that the white women love some fucking Silk Sonic.
Mm-hmm.
They was down in
I
the
believe
front
that.
grinding and doing
Not
some
a
more
surprise.
shit, shaking
Not a
and twerking. I was like, good Lord.
Not surprised at all.
At all.
This is how,
Dog,
that's
especially
how I
when
felt
drinks
at
get
the
in 'em.
damn- That's how I felt at the damn Onyx RA show. I was like, where did all these
Was
white
grinding
people
and
come
twerking at an
from?
Onyx show?
Well,
Yes, nothing but
once again,
almost.
not that big. Once again, not that big of a surprise. With Onyx. So.
P your mic.
I tried to private. P, adjust your mic down, bro. Like physically adjust your mic down.
I am adjusting my mic down. Hold on. How's
No,
that?
not in the settings,
No.
man. Your microphone. Like put your hands on your microphone.
How's that? Is that better?
No, it's not. But
No,
we're
you
gonna
sound
keep rolling with
terrible.
Better?
You're in a
little
hole.
bit.
Sound like you're in a hole.
See, this
Not
is
a
why.
good hole.
Hold on, wait a minute. Now say something.
Something.
All right, nigga, I got
Better.
you.
Better.
I got you.
Hate y'all.
I know.
Okay, so Chris Brown and okay, it's a farce. We've decided. Bang the gavel.
Yeah.
It ain't real, y'all.
It's official. It ain't real.
And we'll leave it. And we'll leave it at that as a farce. Yo, guys, are you ready for our guest?
Yes.
Yes, indeed. Let's do
Yes,
it.
we are.
Perfect. Well, look, ladies and gentlemen, tonight's special guest, all right, is a Brooklyn-based producer by way of Little Rock, Arkansas, and Dallas, Texas. All right, his latest release off of the Soul Spasm label, MPC Jedi, drops this Friday, May the 12th. All your favorite streaming platforms. You know what? Of course, before we bring them on, you know what? Let's get a taste of our guests, so to speak.
Pause.
Stakes high. Been doing this for years, you couldn't shake the guy that used a lifetime of effort, so my stakes is high. Check the line out in Vegas, it's 20-1 odds. It's a long shot I get beat by one of your dumb frauds. Even when the business wasn't kind or a friend of me, we kept grinding, releasing these joints independently. Now it's cool to say that, claiming you're self-made, but you fold under pressure when feeling your wealth fade. We did it cause we love it, with or without a budget. 5 deep in a van, overseas merchant luggage. 27 gigs in 31 days, countries you can't pronounce, fuck your radio play.
We love a boom bap around here.
Yeah.
That shit was tough. That shit
Ladies,
was tough.
ladies and gentlemen, joining us in the S2T virtual studios, please welcome Amadeus 360, the Beat King. Amadeus, welcome to Straight to Tape.
Hello.
You.
Right.
Oh, do you have 2 devices connected?
I might, let me see. I'm in my studio.
Yeah. Hella feedback.
Yeah, a lot of
Yeah.
feedback there. All right.
And
All right, let's give it a try.
Better?
Much
better.
better.
Much better.
Can't really hear you guys too well.
are you, check. Can you hear us now? Can you hear us?
Yeah.
Check. You can hear us now?
That better?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Perfect. Amadeus, look, thank you for joining us on Straight to Tape. You got an album dropping this Friday. The MPC Jedi. All right. So look, before we really get into the music here, got a question for you because I saw a Jedi there. Okay, you're a big Star Wars fan, my man.
Yeah, most definitely.
Yeah.
As are we.
You are in the
Oh,
right
yeah.
place. You are definitely in the right place. So we'll definitely, say this. We'll definitely circle back to that. All right. But just want to, just want to go back, go back a little bit. You're from Little Rock. You spent time in Dallas, and you made your, you made your way to Brooklyn. What was your hip hop journey like? Going from the Southwest and making your way to the Mecca.
I mean, I guess because I've been here
majority of my life. I never even look at it that way. There was like no real journey. I don't really see it that way. I guess because I've been a part of this for so long. It's like I don't really see. It's kind of hard to really even see it that way. Like I say, I've been around this for a long time, and I've been here for so long, and I know so many people that's in the game. I can say the journey as far as like the growth. That's most definitely something that is more recent.
Gotcha.
You know, having to produce something that doesn't sound too old. You know, everybody doesn't just say, well, necessarily it sounds old school. So, but I don't really know what else to say to that. I don't know about the journey. It's like I say, this hip hop thing is something I've been dealing with for a very long time. So, like, you know, I'm in a place now with it where, you know, we're just trying to make the art form itself stay alive and be appreciated by people that just love real music.
Right. And you're a protege of Kid Capri, correct?
Yeah, Kid Capri. Yeah, he's the one that really, you know, once I fixed my drums, he told me, you know, that pretty much everything I was gonna do was gonna come off my drums.
Okay.
So once he laid that out for me, it was like I didn't look back.
Word.
I got a question. Right
No, go ahead.
I want you to try and take us through your, and I hope I'm not going too inside baseball, but I want you to try and take us through your process and how you make your beat, right? I know that famously, Timbaland said that all of his beats start off with him beatboxing in some form of fashion, and he builds it off of that skeleton. What process do you go through to start making a beat?
First off, for me at least, I wanna, you know, it's the sound. It has to start with like a sound. I'm a really big fan of any kind of chord that I like chords that alternate. And you know, they go up and down and back and forth, and they kind of get a little strange. Listen to something I use for Set It Off with Nims. I chopped that up and I time stretched it, and I played out the sample in a chord instead of just I don't do any kind of loops, or I literally play out a melody. But for me, it has to start with a sound. I'm one of these people that I'm sitting there watching TV and I'll hear something and immediately run to my studio.
I dig it.
Yeah, I mean, that's how it starts for me. As far as the process of starting a beat, that's how I usually do it.
Okay. I can dig
and
that.
is it sounds with is it like musical notes you hear, or is it any type of sound that will trigger you to run to your studio? Like, you know what I mean? Like any type of sound.
No, not any type of sound. Like if I hear carnival music, I hate carnival music. So like that. No, it's not any. I'm just a fan of noises, man. Like, you know, remember back, you know, Beach Street, the dude was up on the, you know, he was up on the roof recording, you know, the train going by.
That's what I mean. Like,
you know, it's like that kind of process, man. Sometimes you just hear something and you cannot get it out of your head. Like, I'll take a good example with a serious problem that's on the album. I was basically listening to, you know, 80s TV show tunes. And I heard the Days of Our Lives. And I was like, yo, that's what you could make a beat out of. And it's so funny because, like, when I do this, you have these people, these big names, you know, it's people that are legends in the game. And, you know, I was actually doing a video with MOP, they wanted me to rap. They said, you need to get your name out there, Amadeus. So I made this beat with Bill and Fame on the hook, and they made me rap. I had to pay some dude to write it for me because ain't no rapper. It was weird. I was so embarrassed, but like Bill and Fame, real supportive. And they took a little break. You know, Fame loves his little Hennessy. We in downtown Brooklyn, we pouring in the cup and drinking, and they say, what else you got, Amadeus? And I said, yo, listen to this beat that I just made. And it was that Days of Our Lives, A Serious Problem. And they wanted on it right away. It's really strange. Like I'm sitting in the living room or looking at YouTube and I heard the Days of Our Lives theme and I made a beat out of it and people loved it.
Yeah, that's what's up. I can't even front, man. I know that when Pete told me that you was going to be on, he passed me your album. I was listening to Still World Famous.
Yeah,
was bumping that in the ride. And my son, who's into new hip hop, I should say, even he was sitting in the car like, okay, I feel this. I had to turn the volume up just a bit and wind the windows down. You know what time it is, but that one was dope, real dope.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Wow. Yeah, I listened as well, and like I said, we love a boom bap around here. That's how we're born, and I'm glad to see that it's still through people like you prevailing, because the kids don't really like it that much. But you know, we run this shit, so thanks to people like you.
Exactly.
No bullshit. All right, so we know who inspires you now, right? But I want to make sure that I ask this question. I can't let you get away without asking this question. The producer that you are from 5-10 years ago to the producer that you are today, would you say you're still the same? Would you say you've changed some? You trying to build on that? How would you say that you've developed?
I mean, I'm gonna always go with architects because you know, you just, it's really hard to get away from the foundation of anything. And you know, like the people that influenced me early when I was young, you know, they're always like on my mind. I feel like I have something to live up to prove, regardless, you know, to them. Like the King of Chill, MC Light's producer. You know, he did Paper Thin, Cha Cha Cha. You know, Stop, Look, Listen. He just called me the other day out of the blue and just wanted to congratulate me and tell me he was proud of me.
That's what's up.
You know, of course, like Pete Rock, Premier, you know, Large Pro, Diamond D, especially Diamond D, Buck Wild. You know, I really like, you know, some of these newer, younger producers that are taking, you know, risk and, but like what's happening right now is with this whole AI technology and the whole, you know, because you know, this whole cheating thing, because you know, the kids, it's, you know, I understand. I do ask a lot of questions. You know, I do go around a lot of the youth. I'm in some studios in Manhattan, some really big ones. And, you know, I knew one of Pop Smoke's producers, and I talked to him about, you know, what is the sound about? And they all tell me it's a background to the artist.
Yeah.
They say that it's really not about the music, it's about the artist. And that's why all of the beats sound the same. And it's, you know, every one of these beats are running at 135 BPM with these hi-hats and alternating bass lines with some little weird noise going in the background, not much to it. And I ask about that because I'm an art form. You know, you have to be creative with boom bap stuff. People don't want to hear nothing that all sounds the same. And they tell me that it's about that it's about the artist is what's gonna make the beat itself stand out. It's really different from me. And I have done some drill and some trap, and I just sold one for a nice little bag. Blows me away. Because it's very easy to make. Not a lot of, didn't take a lot.
Yeah.
But that type of beat doesn't have any feeling. Like just hearing the intro,
that's art though, right? So like I give people their grace within their generations. My dad is a huge music head. Some hip hop he likes, but he doesn't fucking listen to the lyrics. He listens to the beat.
just the beat.
Right?
Yeah.
I am a lyric listener, and then beats are like not far secondary, but secondary. So it's all about where you're coming from as a user of the end product. So Amadeus, I want to ask you because this question has been swirling around the internet over the past few days, and I want to get your opinion on the difference between influence and basically biting. I think hip hop heads our age have a tendency to feel like we own shit, and don't really see. I'm not gonna answer the question for you, but don't really see how influence plays a part in most of the fucking things we do, right? Like we were influenced. The golden era was influenced by what went on in the 70s and 80s. They were influenced by soul and funk records that happened before them.
Yeah,
so
right.
Fast forward to this, past our generation. I have kids that are 20, 19, and 20, almost 21, right? So when we get to their generation, it's like they're stealing as opposed to being influenced by.
You just talked about showing grace. How you gonna say they stealing?
True. But you can look at the whole Ed Sheeran thing that was settled a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
Like nobody can tell me for certain unless it's the man that made the song, not even his fucking family. The Marvin Gaye's co-writer. Nobody can tell me they heard a fucking Marvin Gaye bass line in that song until somebody said there was a Marvin Gaye bass line in that song. And once you say that,
I agree with that.
You can't unring the bell, right? You can't unhear that you heard that there was a Marvin Gaye bass line in that song, and then you started listening to it. I just think we progressed, or music has evolved so much that there's very little that hasn't already been done yet in some fucking capacity. So, sorry, that was a long-winded question. Tell me your thoughts on influence versus theft, I guess.
Okay, that's interesting. Yeah, that whole Ed Sheeran thing was funny because, like, you know, me being a brother, you know, I would definitely like to see, you know, if this dude had taken anything, because, you know, from Marvin Gaye, the family should have got paid. So if it that's what Marvin Gaye's was,
family, it was the co-writer's family.
The co-writer, correct. So, I mean, of course, you know, with us, we're so used to that whole people taking what we did and we didn't get nothing for it.
Right.
But I heard it myself. What's so funny is their way were worlds apart, those songs. And I could hear the rift and even the influence in the background. But you are right. Like, I would have never thought, let's get it on. Right. Never.
And the thing about it, that to me is they're computers that can do that shit, right? They're computers that can, like Rosie the robot. You put a little tape in, you put the tape in, and Rosie can tell you how close the songs are, or the bass line, or you can isolate the particular part. And it doesn't seem like they did that. They just based it on opinion.
It's basically, it sounds somewhat like, okay, so you already played Stakes is High. Now that was it. First off, it's the intention of the artist. So, like, I did for Sean Price on my Dug Down joint, I took Pete Rock's Reminisce Over You. Right, I knew the sample that Pete had used, and I was determined though to not, you know, copy it, but let people know that this is what I was trying to accomplish, trying to use. I wanted you to know it was Pete Rock Reminisce Over You, Troy, but at the same time say, yo, that's some Amadeus, you know, type of stuff though.
Original. Yeah, I dig it.
And what I did is, you know, I talked to Bernadette. I had a deal with Duck Down at the time, me and Rusty Jooks, and she just told me that just make the beat and send it to her because I wanted to make something for Sean Price that showed and reflected his personality. Because the stuff that was showing tribute to him, I just felt it was too tear jerky, too cryy. You know, people, we miss you, P. When I knew it, he could be a force to be reckoned with. The dude was could be a real asshole. And I told Bernadette that, and she just laughed. So I put a hook. I don't know. Can I curse on this or
as much as you want to?
Okay, so I took a piece for the hook. I had this period where I did a lot of vocal hooks, and I pieced together like Premiere. I put, you a jackass with fucking with P, fam. I'm Sean Price, no game, no gimmick, PP. Instead of the heartfelt stuff that I saw other people doing. And Pete Rock heard the beat. We sent it to him. Got the thumbs up. He said, "This is the illest flip of my stuff I've ever heard."
That's what's up.
And the next thing you know, we were filming the video. I'm in the Maserati riding around in circles with Pete Rock in the video. We had Rotten his monster blow it out. Because of course that was Sean P's best friend. That was Helter Skelter.
Yeah.
And so what I'm saying by that is it depends on your intention. Sometimes you're intentionally trying to look to recreate something so people are familiar. But you are right. So much stuff has been done. And there's so much music out, that great music that's been made, that a lot of people don't, we're in a period where people aren't creative anymore. I'm hearing Jodeci stuff being put in trap and drill. I'm hearing that. People are even remaking things of remakes. Like, take for instance, I heard a trap beat. It was SWV right here. Now we know that SWV used Human Nature.
Yeah.
And they took the version of SWV and put it with the.
Isn't that part of the evolution?
That is not evolution at all.
But our parents probably said the same thing about
No. Listen. I'm gonna be honest with you. So, like, people that are fans of this game, and then people that participate and are creators, we're gonna always have this difference of opinion.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's because, like, we do this. Let me explain. What I mean by that is when we were growing up, the thing about generations from the 1920s, from blues music to rock and roll, every generation had something to say about that previous generation's music. But one thing that stayed in place was there was this passing down the torch of appreciation for each artist. So I come from that generation that they beat in my head, this is Marvin Gaye, this is James Brown, this is who these people are, this is Earth, Wind, and Fire. This is the Isley Brothers. And when we sampled their stuff, we had this love and appreciation for it because it was beat into our soul that you are to respect and love these previous artists before you. So when we made this music, like DJ Quick, of course, Dre with the whole Parliament thing, they were fans as children growing up of these artists because that's what they heard in their household. And black folks was passing that torch down, saying, listen, I know you're doing this hip hop thing, but learn and respect these artists that you're using as samples. That's out the door now. They don't do that anymore. You ask these kids anything and they know nothing. They know nothing about who they're using or why, because it's not even about the art form and the music anymore. It's about fame and lights.
Yeah, true. Actually, real interesting. So with our generation, was it our responsibility to pass that along, or is it the responsibility of the newer generation to accept it?
It's no doubt that there's some failures. When I see white kids walking around with Rolling Stones and Led Zeppelin t-shirts, and I know that he or she can't be more than 13. I bet you $100 that they know who those people are. I'm sure that their parents are telling them like, oh, look here, this is, Peter Frampton. This is, this is Robert Plant. They make them learn where they came from. But with us, we kind of got in this place where, when that little smoke hit the community, it was a little different. I don't think a lot of us was there, to be there to teach. And that's why we got this selfish attitude. A lot of these kids don't want to hear nothing. I get all the time, they call people old that are, 30.
Yeah.
I hear it all the time.
Yep.
Do you have kids?
No, I do not. On purpose.
Well, I have
purpose,
kids,
trust me.
and we have kids, and our kids know, right? Our kids know because we have taught them. They have a strong appreciation for music. I just said my oldest son, he's about to be 21, wants to go see the Parliament with me. So the teaching is there, but there is still. I just still go back.
It's not their fault, though. It's really not their fault.
I mean, it's not, but it is, right? Because anyone who's going to be, and I've told friends this that are starting businesses, anybody that wants to take on something new, study the greats, right?
Yeah.
You always study the greats, and you study your competition, but you study the greats so that you have that's your foundation. Now, you may not do any of the actual things that the greats are doing, but their influence will bleed into you, and it will bleed into your art. And they're the greats, right? So you want to be great, you study the greats.
They don't have a reason, though. It's like anybody in a college or a school. If somebody is gonna give you a cheat sheet, and this is where we are. People got a cheat sheet and they don't have an incentive to study the grades, because the way social media and technology has now allowed. Look, we're coming from that time where you had to rap your ass off. You had to make them beats that made niggas spine shake. Y'all know what I'm talking about.
Exactly.
And what happened is you also didn't get on because of that. Well, now TuneCore, Discogs, DistroKids, you name it, there's these individual platforms that if you want to make beats that with people farting into a microphone, you can do it and then force people to go listen to it.
Yeah, right.
So what incentive does somebody have to go study something, when it's all of this competition? We grew up at a time where we were forced to appreciate certain things, because when you spent $16 on a record, that was a lot of money.
Yeah, no bullshit. I give you that.
So you had this deep appreciation for them artists that you went. I cannot tell you how many tens of thousands of dollars on just music I probably purchased. Like, I could have bought my house with just that money. It's like that. And it was because I had a love for the people. You used to have to wait. You used to have to go stand in front of Tower Records and remember that?
Yes, indeed.
So it's hard for these young kids to, in this fast food environment, feel this need when they watch all their peers get the accolades very quickly. Like I say, I'm in the studio all the time around these young guys, and they also have a know-it-all attitude. So I had a kid just 2 weeks ago. I was in a studio in Manhattan, and the kid argued with me about why Biggie deserved to be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame before LL. So I asked him, I said, how old are you? He's 18. And he's telling me. And I'm like, yo, I know LL. I saw LL in 87 walk out. It's weird. They don't even want to hear what you got to say. And I said, well, how do you know this? And he told me he read it on Wiki. So it's really not their fault, man. I don't want to knock and sound like some old man that's hating on it. These kids really didn't have the way the environment is set up. It's not really just hip hop. It's all art forms. They got computers making paintings now.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm glad you said that. I'm glad you said that, man. So, given everything you've just broken down, it sounds like you feel some sort of way. So I'm going to ask this question: are you afraid of AI technology taking your job? Because you got folks
No,
now that are making music, they're putting Jay-Z in their tracks, and it's a computer, and it sounds exactly like Hov. Are you afraid that eventually we're going to get to a point where AI is doing all the work?
Timbaland just made a Biggie song, and that Biggie never recorded, and I don't like it.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
I'm
I
not
don't like
worried about. I'm not worried about that. Is you know what I'm worried about has already happened. I mean, because look, man, you don't if you have a restaurant and you cook good, people gonna come and buy your food.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying? So what worries me is that we're not living in a period anymore where people want quality food and they willing to buy anything. And it's like just because I don't think the technology as far as AI, I just think that's about to usher in something strange, something really bizarre. But I think the lack of respect for any art form has gone out of the window. I just don't even put it on music. I just think it's any art form. If you're creative, you're not being appreciated, because this guy just said, you said something a little slick. You said, I feel some kind of way. I'm gonna tell you what that is. Dog, he said it right. What it is we coming from a time where we was told, if you ain't talented and you don't make it, you don't make it.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't got it, you ain't got it. Guru said that in one of his songs. He was
But
like,
also in our time, there were those manufactured artists, those bands that were put together.
That was actually kind of talented. That's what's weird. Like compared to now, it's just completely fake. I mean, what do you say to that?
Well, it almost goes back to old conversations that we had, when it comes to gatekeepers. Okay. Gatekeepers were there to regulate. Gatekeepers were there to make sure there wasn't a flood of I'll go ahead and say it. A flood of garbage that was unchecked. Okay, so
there's still a flood of garbage. Like
there's always been tons of floods.
I get what y'all saying.
She's right. It's a flood of garbage because people can pay for it.
So where are the gatekeepers now then? Because it seems like, just based on what you're saying, it doesn't seem as though
SoundCloud killed. Look, SoundCloud killed that. I'm sorry. Soulja Boy is an OG to this generation for a reason. Because that was a template. That was a template for this generation to get
was to come. Correct.
Yeah. To get their music out, to get their music out, and not have anyone in front of you stopping you, teaching you, checking you, whatever. All right.
When Laffy Taffy got into the Guinness Book of World Records,
I'm sorry, what?
It's the most downloaded. Yeah, I knew that it was over.
Right. Hold on, what?
It was the most downloaded 2005, 6. It was the most downloaded ringtone of all time.
That's fact.
And it made it into the Guinness Book of World Records. That sounds like somebody made that with a Casio keyboard.
That was
the little toy you used to get in Toys R Us.
That's the Fruity Loops. That's all they use is Fruity Loops.
And that was pretty much when it really kind of started. But we don't want to harp on that. The beauty of this is we still here.
Exactly.
And I have a massive amount of people that are, especially overseas, but they're mostly young. I don't have a lot of really old, I try to keep my stuff updated. If that was the case, I wouldn't have, these artists wouldn't be able to, Onyx is still doing arenas, they're, Nims is hot, is fire right now.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
Nims is incredible. Nims is incredible. Oh, okay. The album that is dropping on Friday, MPC Jedi. For those who are not familiar with you, what should they what should they expect? What should they expect? What's that introduction point to you, Amadeus 360, the B King?
Well, I mean, if like I say, May 12th, we got Sticky Fingers, Gorilla Nims, MOP, all your rappers' favorite rappers. I got on this album Tragedy Gaddafi. It's a lot of people on this album. Of course, Craig GL, the Sensei, Rockness, Monster. It's a lot of people. I also got a lot of features that I have on other people's stuff. Now, this couple of months ago, we just dropped Let Your Glock Burst with Terminology and Coogee Rap.
That's what's up.
I have a lot of work. Paul Wall, CL Smooth is a track on Terms album. Also, I have a lot of work out there floating around. Just look me up, Amadeus 360, the B King, Amadeus 360. But this album is fire. I got Black Moon on it with Buckshot. I got Evil D doing the scratch hook, featuring Term on it. It's a lot of bangers. It's 18 joints. I got videos for 13 videos for it. The leading single is gonna be How the Block Sounds featuring MOP. I got the cartoonist from the Boondocks to do the video for it.
That's what's up.
So yeah, people are real excited about it. I just talked to Fame today. I got a lot of things happening, man. Just wrapped up. We getting a new one with Smif-n-Wessun, Razcast. I got one with Razcast and Tretch from Naughty by Nature coming.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
On Razcast's new album. Yeah. So we here, man, and we eating good. So somebody buying.
Hey, look. To me, there's. I mean, I'll say this. There's, there's nothing more talented than, being able to do, to do and produce the music that you are able to produce while producing music that will, keep your bank account nice.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right.
All right. Okay. I got a question. Yeah. I got a question for you. Okay. Okay. Jedi, Star Wars fan, like most of us here. Right. Did you think the last trilogy was trash in compare to the first two?
Nah, I'll get into that. You know what it is? I'm so happy that it's still around. Like I'm, because I knew that, once anything, they have to make it like easy for other people to just start watching it and, so people can understand it. I don't want to get into all of that, man. Like,
them nerds are always trying to make something against something.
Yeah, they're over the top. I get why they're upset.
Just watch
but
the movies, okay? Just watch them.
Just watch it and enjoy. I'm glad it's still here because that whole franchise was about to go under.
Yeah.
George Lucas at one time they were done.
Yeah.
So we've got all those spinoffs and The Mandalorian and all of that. I love all that stuff.
Yeah, Star Wars Rebels and
I
didn't like what's the last one, the one before Mandalorian.
Talk about Andor.
Andor, the Boba Fett story, all of that. I love that even exists. I'm not even complaining because we could not have it at all.
Yep. Yeah, it took me a while to get into Andor because I didn't recognize anybody, any of the characters. But once it was good writing. Good storyline.
I'm still trying to get. I'm still trying to get into Andor, but I'm be honest with you, the Mandalorian is like, it's like that. It's like that space western that I can't do without. You can't.
So, you had plenty of time between the last season of Mandalorian to pick up Andor and finish it. Plenty of time.
Andor.
It will be on the list. It's on the list.
Andor leads into Rogue One, correct? Am I right?
You're the expert. I'm not.
Okay, I think
Yeah.
so. 'Cause I think it's like sowing the seeds of the Rebel Alliance. So let me ask you a question, because since Tico is not here, bro. He has a ridiculous Star Wars theory that he believes to this very day, and I want to get your thoughts on it because I know you probably heard this foolishness. So I guess by my description, you know where I stand on it. Do you believe that Jar Jar Binks is a Sith Lord?
Oh God, this one, Lord, this one.
Not that Binks.
Tico believes Jar Jar Binks is a Sith Lord,
He
man.
also believes that Tom Hanks is a clone. So
Yeah. So
we're talking about Tico here.
Yeah,
we are talking about Tico here.
Yeah.
Yep, we are talking about Tico.
Yeah. So,
what you doing, saging?
Oh no, there's a gnat fly.
it's a
Fruit
gnat.
flies?
Oh, God.
It looks magical though, like all that.
Yeah,
Lord.
It looks magical. Okay, great. That was my whole intention, and not to have him fly up my nose.
Look, Amadeus, man. Look, I can't. I'll say this: I can't wait for the public consumption on your album. Okay, because what we heard is, well, it's definitely to our liking. Definitely to our liking, especially the lineup that you have, that you have on it, the making sure that boom bap itself stays relevant. I mean, it's I'll say this: it's the New York sound. It's always, it has always been the New York sound, and
but you keep on making them traps and them crunks and all of that. Keep a little money.
It never.
Keep doing that.
Go nowhere.
Yeah, no, but
it never goes anywhere. It'll always be here. It doesn't go anywhere.
Forever and ever.
But no. Still, still do the trap and drill stuff. I mean, trust me. We know, we know some of the fiercest lyricists that ghost write trap stuff. It's it's a business. It's a business, and a beautiful business when you can do it. Yeah. So, Amadeus, look, thank you for joining us on Straight to Tape. Man, look, welcome back. Welcome back anytime. When you got those projects popping, bro.
Yeah, man, we always working on something. So I got a new one coming with Terminology called Trouble 2 off our album 360. That'll be out probably in a couple of weeks too. So I had everybody on that one too. Smif-n-Wessun, Skyzoo, Sheik Luch. So
me and Skyzoo are buddies. I've seen him.
Major friend of the show. Major friend of the show.
Yeah, he did a joint on the album called Star of the Show.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
I know that I've always
we always doing something because it's been paying off. So, just hope the fans just when you're ready to listen to something that actually took time and effort, this is where we are. You know what I'm saying? Like we still, cranking it out. Of course the homies MOP. It's just beautiful. After they did, I don't know if it was the Grammy American Whip. I forgot what they performed at. They did that whole hip hop legends thing. I think it was the American Music Awards. I don't know.
Was it?
But a couple of months ago, and they're not stopping either. People they're about to go on tour. They just performed at the Barclays Center for the halftime show at the Brooklyn Nets. So we most everybody. This game ain't never going nowhere. It's got a huge fan base worldwide that they stay tapped into what we're doing because the fact is real art don't never die.
You are
never.
You are correct. Thank you.
Exactly.
Appreciate you, bro.
Yep, ladies and gentlemen, Amadeus 360, the B King. Thank you for joining us on Straight to Tape.
Appreciate it, bro.
All right.
Take care, my man. Woo. No. Another great interview. Another great interview for your Straight to Tape crew. So glad Rob was able to join us. So glad that Big O in the building with us.
Yeah, man.
And we
here today.
and we did
I'm glad I'm here today too.
We did it with minimal violence.
I couldn't let Rob be the only ruggedly good-looking person on this show, so I had to come and give him backup.
I just said so.
I had to come and give him backup.
Maybe I shouldn't.
It's all good, bro.
I shouldn't have said anything. I really shouldn't have said anything.
Even if you didn't say something, I was going to say something, so it don't matter either way. Red hat. I mean, Listen,
beard.
Yes, indeed. We got to keep it real. You know what time it is, man.
Absolutely.
Nationals, Phillies.
Yeah. Just
they're adversaries.
Yeah,
they're like in alternate universes.
Yeah. just looking all doubly rugged and stuff,
Yes, indeed. Indeed.
Go
upstairs and tell my wife I'm doubly rugged tonight because of you. Yes, indeed. Rob know what time it is. Yes, indeed, boy.
Yes, sir.
I'm sorry. This is a family show. I'm sorry. I apologize.
Allegedly.
Hey, well, who did that? Who did that, though?
Who did that? Couldn't resist.
Because she's no good. She's no good.
Because Tico ain't here.
We went a whole show. Without the
I was going to be nice to him tomorrow.
She ain't worth a bag of wet socks, my guy. I'm telling you. You think you slick.
It's 9:18 right now. I still have a few hours to go.
Yeah, you do. Go ahead, Pete.
Look, ladies and gentlemen, you get a chance to catch the In the Black podcast. Look, make sure you do with Big O and that other guy.
Yo, please check him out. My homie Elgin.
Yeah.
Don't do that, man. Don't do that. Phil and Elgin would kick my ass if I didn't give them proper respect, man. So make sure you check the show out.
Yeah, check them out.
Definitely. So look, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, also, when you get a chance, send well wishes out to our comedian Tico de Gallo. He's feeling a little bit under the weather. So want to make sure you send him those positive vibes so he can get up and be better.
Perry loved to tell somebody HIPAA information, but okay.
Hey, I'm just saying. Okay. Hope you feel better. Hope you feel better, my dude. What, Key? What?
Nothing. I'm not going there. I'm not going there. You guys have a great night. What's coming up?
On the hip hop mom, on the momming tip.
Hip hop momming. I'm going to Pittsburgh next week to go to one of my favorite Twitch DJs' 50th birthday parties. I've been listening to him since the beginning of the pandemic. Those DJs have grown. A lot of them have grown true communities. So I get to meet a lot of my internet friends. A couple of more of my favorite DJs. B's going to be there. He's from Norfolk. And a couple of other favorite DJs. So I'm going there next Thursday. The party's on Saturday. Never been to Pittsburgh. So if you know Pittsburgh, I heard it's a cool city. I've always wanted to go there. So just hit me with spots I need to hit because I'll be there Thursday, Friday, Saturday, come back Sunday.
That's cool. I thought Rob was going to stick his nose up for a second because it was Pittsburgh.
There's a lot of mayonnaise out there, I heard.
Yeah, I got nothing to say about Pittsburgh, bro.
I mean, I grew up in a vat of mayonnaise, so that doesn't make me any difference.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Was pause worthy. That was pause worthy. But
never wanted to not hear a backstory.
Roots picnic a couple weeks after that. And so back to the grand old Pennsylvania, but this time to the blacks in Philly.
To the real side of Pennsylvania.
Yeah, the real side of the state.
Yeah.
And then
the blacks in Philly. Jesus Christ.
Erykah Badu, and I don't know if we talked about it on the show, but like Raleigh is getting a real fucking show. Like LL Cool J.
Yes, the Force. The Force.
Force show is LL.
You mean for Erykah Badu's show?
Huh?
You mean for Erykah Badu's tour?
No, I'm going to that. That's in a different city, but my city is getting the Force tour, which for us is LL, Juvenile,
Red and Meth.
Red and Meth,
Rakim.
and the Roots. The Roots is the band for the whole show.
I would go just for Red and Meth by itself, man. That's
So-
I gotta do that.
You never seen
that's
them before?
Nah, man. Nah, I never seen
I've
them.
seen them like 17
gotta
times.
see
And
Yeah.
I'm not kidding.
You- Did you break your arm patting yourself on the back like that?
No, I just like to say, I like to tell people the copious amounts of money I spend on live shows.
Yeah,
So,
but I was gonna say there's nobody on that show that I haven't seen twice. Even Juvenile.
I think I've seen LL once. I've seen Juvenile once. But you know something that I'm sorely upset about?
What?
The fact that when I'm in Philadelphia for the fucking Roots picnic,
Oh yeah.
KRS-One is going to be here for free.
Yep. Bembe Festival.
Hold up, the Roots. They still got tickets for the Roots picnic.
Yeah, it's not sold out yet.
Okay.
It won't be. It's a humongous park. I mean, it'll take a lot to sell out.
Okay.
So we'll drive right on up there. We'll be out there.
Okay.
Staying at our favorite hotel with hopefully our favorite people are still working there. We had a great time. We had a great staff last year. We had a great time. So,
But ladies and gentlemen, once again, thank you for joining us on Straight to Tape. We will be back next week. We'll be doing some hip hop at 50 things. Check out the postings. You'll see what's going on. You'll see who's going to be on the show. And on that note, enjoy the rest of your evening. Peace.
night.